So, hello everyone with the third demo for tonight named the Necromancer's Tale. From the start, yes. Your character's backstory, your career and skills are chosen through an interactive fiction. This demo offers an abbreviated version of the interactive fiction Chapter 1 followed by Homecoming Chapter 2 and the Spellbook Chapter 3, which deals with events and intrigue after you arrive home for your father's funeral and begin to investigate an ancient spellbook which has come into your possession. Cool. I can select only balance difficulty.
In the year of our Lord, 1701, the Republic of Venice went to war with the sovereign monarchy of Ralston. This war was over passage rights through the Adriatic Sea,
Okay.
though this point will rarely be brought up when the war is discussed by future historians. It was, like most
So it's in
overstretched,
the real
too
world
costly.
history game.
Neither side could afford it, nor would they back down. Many lives were lost, and whatever the outcome, each nation would nurse its wounds for some time. The war raged on for 6 years, draining both countries' resources, but the Republic of Venice was older than Ralston and had deeper pockets. In a war of attrition, they would win, and both sides knew it. 3 generals from Ralston, 2 brothers and a close friend, came together to strategize, and came up with nothing. They would. In desperation, one reached out to a dark power and was told to make pilgrimage to Golgotha.
Okay, so
with no other
so much about their
they
history.
spent 1 month sailing to the walls of Jerusalem, where they docked under cover of darkness. On the hill where the man named Jesus died, they met a figure, too old to identify as man or woman.
Too old to
It offered
identify.
them a book, an already ancient thing made of pale leathers and filled with symbols that hurt their eyes to look upon. The thing smiled as they took it, a smile made of too many teeth.
Too many teeth. Okay.
Full of dread for what they had seen and what they were about to do, they sailed for another month to get home. Things had gone badly in the time they were away. Soon they would have to surrender, and Ralston would fall into decline, one it was unlikely to survive. Whatever doubt the men had about using the knowledge in that book, their mind was set now. They cast its pages open and chanted dark incantations. And lo, did the dead walk upon the earth that night. Undead sailors hauled themselves into the Venetian boats. Soldiers dragged themselves from battlefields and clawed up from shallow graves to drive the Venetians from the land. The war was won. The Venetians could not fight Ralston's impossible numbers. They surrendered, the book was shut, and the dead were dead once more.
They were dead once more. That's
The
cool.
book was destroyed, but the world had noticed. Ralston had dark magic, and no shame in using it. Many enemies, without and within, were born that day. 1711.
I like his
3
voice.
years later, a child was born to one of the generals involved in unleashing the spell.
Baby boy.
A beautiful baby boy.
A Sam baby boy. My name is SeDUCK. Oh, so that's like a choose your storybook. The night you were born, a blood moon hung low in the sky. There was a storm the night you were born, one that came from nowhere. A ship was caught in doomed to be dragged to the ocean floor below. A comet. That's that comet.
A comet passed overhead that night. Few saw it, but those that did walked away from their lives to explore more of the world before them.
Content abbreviated for them.
You were born into wealth and status, and had all you could wish for. But your parents never had another child, and your father was often preoccupied with his work. Your mother, distant, sickly and delirious, you heard another mother say. Hoffman, the family steward, raised you more than they. It was
A lonely childhood.
1718. You are 8 years old. You play with friends from school, 2 poorer boys, Diedrich and Flip. Your father disapproves. You play in the graveyard outside the city. Nobody goes there without an armed guard. But children do not care for such things. Children are small and fast, and can outrun ghoul. At least,
is that like
the
a
sun is up.
no?
One day, as you play, you hear a rustling coming from some trees. You all freeze. Then a stone whizzes out of the green and hits you on the head. You stare in disbelief, a slow trickle of blood running down your face, partially blocking sight from your left eye.
There spot your cousin Lucas, 10 years old, your senior steps out. You can scarcely spot to Sophia, a girl recognized from school.
You scan the tree line and spot Sophia, a girl you recognize from school. She throws another stone at you, but you are ready and avoid it.
Stay still! I need you to bleed enough for a ghoul to sniff you out.
She calls out.
That
I wanna see
doesn't
them
sound like a girl.
Why would you want to see a ghoul hunt me? Hunt anyone?
She didn't answer that day, but she did end up becoming your friend. It was many years later, as an adult, when you learned a ghoul killed her mother, and she wanted to know
that's
how
grim.
she died. She didn't say it, but something in how she told the story, perhaps simply in her telling of it, gave you the impression that she had gotten her wish. That night, you are woken by a scratching sound at your window. You lift yourself up on one arm and rub your eyes with the other. The scratching sound turns to a chipping one, and a moment later there is a muffled sound of glass breaking. A thin black arm reaches in then and unlatches the window. You know that arm, that kind of arm. A ghoul. You scream as it pulls the window open and pulls itself into the room. You've never been so close to one. Its face is like a man's, but gaunt and twisted into a sorrowful, angry expression. It lands on the floor of your room with a sickening thud, and as it stands, it ripples and twists in unnatural ways. You scramble away from it, hot tears streaming down your face as you continue to scream, your throat already sore. The door behind you swings open. Your father steps in. As he looks at the creature, his face is expressionless. He enters the room, sword in hand, and feints to the left. As it lunges, he sidesteps to the right and slices downwards. The gore that sprays from the thing as it falls flicks onto your face. Your father looks down at you for a moment, then nods and leaves to make sure there are no others. You never play in the graveyard again.
Well, playing in the graveyard is not
1721.
that cool
One
idea.
morning, your mother comes to your school. She takes you out, even though classes are not finished. She says everything is okay, but you do not believe her. Her mannerisms tip you off. She is normally so distant, but today is very close, holding hands and hugging you, kissing your cheek even. She brings you around the town. First you stop to buy sugared apples.
Sugared
Then she
apples.
takes you
That sounds
shopping.
fun.
New clothes, new books, new toys. A luggage trunk. She brings you to the castle, and with some whispered words and coins exchanged, the guard lets you into the grounds. You go to the pond and throw bread and watch fish pop their heads up to steal from the ducks.
No, don't steal from the ducks.
You walk the city walls, and the two of you take in the view. The sea to the west, the hills to the south, the forest to the east and north, and beyond the northern tree line, the road that leads to the capital. That, she tells you through teary eyes, is where you're going. You won't understand until you're older. Maybe not even then. You need more than I can give you, more than I can be. You protest. She cries. When she stops crying, she doesn't remember where you are, how you got there. A watchman brings you home. There your father glares at you, angry that you upset your mother, angry at your A few days later...
Okay, I'll go through this a bit faster.
In your children's stories, events like this happen on rainy days. How do you feel as you are taken away?
I'm angry thinking one of those aside. This is something I could not fight. Hurt. The deep wound of betrayal. My parents are supposed to look after me, not this guy. I don't understand what they want. Yeah, I feel like this guy.
I hurt. A deep wound of betrayal.
So I guess I'm raising my
Parents are
more
supposed to
intelligent.
look after me,
Oh,
not discard me.
actually, there's explanations. Strength refers to physical power and tasks such as arm wrestling and breaking things. Agility refers to speed, agility and dexterity, and affects how fast you move in combat as well as how well you can complete physically awkward tasks. Concentration, health, stamina, poison, alcohol, yeah. Acuity refers to logical thinking and the ability to piece together clues for knowledge, investigate, the ability to notice important details or out-of-place elements. Also helps avoid ambushes. Otherwise, you read other people's thoughtful intention. Impress. Charm. Convince. Okay.
1722. A year has passed. More quickly than you might have expected. Winter's first snow falls lightly outside. You watch from your dorm and reflect on your time here.
This year was hard on you. You started many fights. You ended many too. You're thankful for the library here. Books have been your salvation. You took for this new life quickly making many friends. You did Angito's physical activities and joined the running team. You killed the time for dreaming. I've got it so... let's say this.
You directed your energy towards physical activities and joined the running. You wonder if your father would be proud of your accomplishments. You hate yourself for wondering this.
Impress -1.
1725. Your schooling is done now. Your time here is over. You spent much of this year deciding. One of your professors said, "This sounds exciting to you." 1727. Your mentor, an old... She tells you then that a war has broken out at home. A lich, a powerful undead sorcerer, has begun raising the dead and marches on the capital. So far, its armies show no sign of
Hey
moving
Razel,
into
good
Frostland,
evening.
but Venetian and Habsburg forces are amassing on their respective borders to repel anything that tries to cross them. Other nations will turn this on us. They will try to turn the Pope on us too, no doubt. This is our job. To slow the tide that comes. Eventually, word reaches the 1729. Your training complete. You land your first post. Your first... The sun inside, in a grand room that almost defies... You choose on seeing you drink it. She nodded.
Impress, okay.
1733.
I want to end this
When
and
you
start
learned
actual
of your
game.
father's death, you were you were called into a now, days later, your carriage crests the hills towards Marnes, the sun blasting off the red and yellow bricks and rippling home to reclaim my life here now that the man who sent me away is dead.
Okay, so I'm SeDUCKtiveMe, career diplomat. 31 gold. Okay, I have no idea what are good stats, so let's just start. 1 hour from the north gate of Marnes, my coach had been climbing a steep hill, surrounded on all sides by oaks, before the great forest gave way to farmland. And there we saw a young woman accosted by 2 brigands. My coachman called me.
Shall we stop, sir?
Should we stop? Yes, at once! Our coach pulled your stop. Is everything okay here, my good lady? Hey there, good man. What has this young woman done to draw your attention? Young man, what are you doing? Has man's fun?
This woman is a trickster. Don't let her appearance deceive you.
The woman looked at him with disdain, but not fear.
I'm not afraid of you.
Oh, she's from the motherland. She's Russian. The men advanced with their spears trained on her. I confronted them. The 2 men turned their spears towards me, and my coachman leaped down with his sword down. Now I will fight. Okay, combat tips. To the left of the screen are the portraits of your main character and your allies. Characters take turns in sequence. To the right of the screen are your enemies. Click on the portrait to zoom the camera on that character. Okay. Each portrait has a health bar and a circled number of showing action points. 6 for... Oh, okay. Okay. Your character have... My character should have magic points, but I'm not seeing them. Maybe it's not part of them. Click on the line to move your active character towards that spot. The hexagonal tower, okay, so... Let's say I want to move here. Click on any character, attack them with your active character. What do I have here? Inventory, character... Oh, let's see if I can attack you. Oh, just with fist. Okay. And turn. So this guy with the sword is doing as much damage as what I have in my inventory. Ich were undead minions. Okay. Can I attack him? The man turned and fled. The fight was not going their way. We let them go.
Thank you for helping me. I know you. You are the son of Zelig.
Yes, I am. She shrugged, smiled sweetly, and stared at the garland on her hair. I nodded. She seemed about my age, but I did not recall her face from the past. Ah, who are you?
girl from the village yonder.
She looked slyly at me and waved her arm vaguely to the north, back down the hill the way we had
I
come.
was collecting herbs when they waylaid me.
My coachman eyed her suspiciously, but said nothing. Were you not afraid?
It was not. Those men are fools.
The coachman scolded her. Who are those men?
Protection of the city is not there for all of us. And outside its walls, there are many men such as these.
This much of a words are true. In recent times, I never travel beyond the city without a weapon.
Okay, let's invite her.
Perhaps indeed. I think our paths shall cross right enough. Perhaps as allies. Though as friends, we shall see.
Okay, I kind of feel that we missed an answer or two from her.
I am sorry. It is a sad day.
But maybe that's because we're playing the demo.
We select dead towards us circling.
I really like this kind of watercolorish
House of an Aztec may have an
art style.
important part in the future of the kingdom. Do not presume to know who your friends and enemies are.
Whoa there.
Okay. The carriage came to a sudden stop, which jolted me awake. I had thought I'd return home after so many years that I would watch it all, rising above the hill to see Marnes, entering the gates to ride to my family home. But I had been traveling for 3 days now, and I had clearly been too tired to stay awake, despite my strange encounter in the northern forest. Still, I was home. Perhaps it was unkind of me, but then I stepped out. I was surprised to be greeted by Hoffman. I expected him to be long retired by now. Despite his age, he stood tall as he greeted
Welcome
me.
home, my lord. I trust your journey was a pleasant one.
It was. At best, as one could expect, given circumstances.
If Sir wishes to go inside, I shall follow along with the luggage.
I nodded and let him be. I can turn off the watercolor paint effect, but I don't want to. It's so cool. Okay, this is the journal. Nothing interesting in here. This is the map. How can I leave the map? Okay, like that. Can I speak with Klaus?
I'll be on my way once I get my coin. I don't ask questions, and neither should you.
Please, go inside and I'll follow along with the bags once I pay the
Okay, what do I have? Formal coat. Knife.
Can I help you, my lord?
Oh, I cannot. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't aware that I cannot carry a weapon. No one told me. Water. I did not have a vessel in my hand to fill with water. Boat, jetty. Okay, so this game will be partially RPG and maybe partially like point and click quests. That's cool. My house. It was just as I remembered, less cavernous perhaps, but still an impressive room with a grand staircase leading up to bedrooms and private offices. There was no sign of any of our servants, however. And there, beside the fire, my mother slumbered. Do I want to speak with my mother? Chest. Oh, that I had. Can I take all these things? And can I dress in this? Tricorn hat. Oh, oh, so actually they're changing the way how I'm looking. See? That's cool. But I cannot tell if there's any change in like armor, defense or anything like that. That's a touch. Cases, my possessions. Paintings.
Can I help you, my lord?
You either didn't mention how my father died. So my father died from alcohol overdose. Financial issues. Okay. Rest of the house stuff left. We are selling what we have. Okay. Sad story. Dining table. Can I run? Yes, I can run. Drink is good. This house looks like very big. Swap out, grease, bowl. Jar. Let's take these jars. I took cleaver. Perhaps the cleaver will be better weapon than the knife. Toilet. Oh, okay. Piano. Graver towels. Jonathan Swift. Okay, I'm not learning anything from reading books, I guess. Condolences cards. Okay, so much details. I'm surprised. SeDUCK. I'm so sad. My dear father. Okay. Card for someone named Just As. That counts for us all in the end, but how do we greet him? Hurrying, angry, battering sledging perhaps, or with open arms like. Okay, yeah, so the game is a mix between RPG and a quest. My mother looked to be waking from the rest. As I approached, she raised her hand to poke the light as she looked at me.
My baby boy. Come and sit on Mother's knee.
Okay. I'm home for Father's burial. He looked at me confusion.
Your father is dead? Oh, yes. A grown man. I remember. Your father will be so proud to see the fine adult you've grown into.
Okay, so I'm not sure where to go next. Perhaps second floor? I mean, this house alone is... You can get that beginning. This house alone is bigger than a lot of things. So, what I was trying to say, this house is bigger than, I won't take my mother's quotes, than a whole cities in other games, so I'm really impressed by the details. You make a skill check, a that one agility check. I have. Oman, you owe me a debt and I intend to collect it the weekends. I warn you, neither to that will be most unpleasant. Okay. Armor. Bookcase. So this game also have skill checks, like in, let's say, Baldur's Gate. Door. Locked. And I don't have a key. Cool. I took sword. Okay. Base damage 30. Base damage 10. Base damage. Okay. The first few pages of this book were missing, having been torn from the spine. Burn the Arabic leaves and bowl the smoke gently towards they who haven't troubled you. At the first time I turn from smoke once the connector were full. There's the page. Okay, so that's like a spell book. Further notes. Okay. I mean, this game really looks huge. I mean, as paintings, as a number of things you can do, and it's kind of strange trying to actually test such a game with just a demo. Conquest of the Riches. And there's so much story and so much things going on. Hey, yeah, something is telling me that I'm going to wish this one. What's that? Can I do something in here? Is that supposed to be my room? My room. Okay. The boots, shirt. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Fighting hand, weapon, necklace. Trousers. Don't think that I need any of those things. Not yet. Maybe not ever. And what's that? What do we have in here? Scope, chest. How I can go there? I need to go to the other staircase, right? That's why the game should have only one staircase when it can have more than one. Where it was? Where is the second staircase? Yes, here it is. Oh. But of course we have also sewer and trapdoor. How can I open it? Anyway, let's go to the other part of the castle. Let's take these things. Oh, then telescope. I took telescope. What I can use it for? Yes. Do we have a key that shows anything I can interact with? Significance. This game is huge. Okay. I mean, it's military medal. Can I keep it? Knife, musket, pistol. Okay. Anyway, let's find the old guy. And this is Sophia. Oh, she's cute.
It's been a few years. I heard of your father's passing. Terrible. Oh, this and that. I never really settled on anything, being on. All the world's a stage. And, well, yeah, well, at least I probably spend too much time in garnets these days.
Okay, yeah, I'll end the video now as...
Can I help you, my lord?
Took further. I'm resisting this. Okay, anyway, yes. It's a great game. Autos have the potential to be a great game, and I'll be happy to keep playing it. So let me just wishlist it. Add to my wish list, and I do enjoy that style. This watercolor paint, it's great. Actually, even the combat wasn't that bad. Yeah, I think this is a game I'm going to play again. It's like an indie Baldur's Gate 3. Psychic Software. I have never heard of this studio. Get style of yeah, maybe that's the reason why I haven't heard of those guys. Yep. Anyway, so time to end the video. This was the Necromancer style, and it looks fucking great. So if you think the same, you'll find a link to the game's page down below. You can just go to Steam and wishlist it, as I just did. And if you enjoyed my videos, you know the drill. Press like, press follow, come to my Twitch, and let's have fun together. That was everything from your favorite duck, SeDUCKtiveMe. All the love. Bye bye.